today's Shastra Vichara. We were studying the fifth Anuvaka starting from Namo Bhavaya Cha, and I had already covered the words Namo Bhavaya Cha, Rudraya Cha. So those three I had covered. So the next it is going to continue with the rest of the Anuvaka is not very difficult because it's pretty much straightforward. The most difficult of the terms was Namo Bhavaya Cha, Rudraya Cha. Of course, Rudra has several definitions. So in this Anuvaka, we'll get one more definition of Rudra. I'll come to it in a minute. So the next is Namo Neelagrivaya Cha, that is one who has got a blue neck. And we already saw that it became blue because of drinking the halahala visha at the time of the churning of the Amrita Mantra, at the churning of the Milky Ocean. So I have also spoken about its significance as to what it means to swallow the halahala and what is the reason why the halahala visha is the first one to come out in churning of the ocean, of the Milky Ocean. It is because whenever we start meditation, whenever we start introspection and we start looking into our own personality, the first thing that comes out is all that is negative in us, and then we will discover that so many flaws are there in that. All that together is the hala visha. And then obviously, again I already mentioned that the reason why Shiva holds it in his throat is this is the Vishuddhi Chakra. That means this is the place where all purification takes place. And secondly, that the negativity, mainly which is Kama and Krodha, should not go to our brain, compromising our intellect and decision making, and it should not go to our heart, compromising our emotional life. So that is why we hold it in the throat. Since it is also Vishuddhi Chakra, according to yoga, it is purified there. And therefore, Shiva, which also means auspicious, is the one who has the mark of blue of the hala visha in his throat. And incidentally, he is also Shiti Kantaya Namaha. Shiti means white. Kantha means throat. So how is it he can be both blue-throated and white-throated? So there are two interpretations are given by the various commentators. One is it was white before and then it became blue. Another thing is, since Shiva is a nirguna, that means free from all attributes, and is beyond the gunas, though it looks like a blue color representing the hala visha, truly he continues to be a sattvika personality, and sattva is represented by white. As you know, in all the three gunas, sattva is represented by the white color, rajoguna is by red color, and tamoguna is by black. So it continues to be Shitikantha. Then the next one is Namah Kapardine. Kapardi means one who has got matted hair. So that means he would have made it into a long tuft. The matted hair of Shiva represents his personality of being a yogi. In fact, all the yogic rishis wear a matted hair. And also the power of Shiva's matted hair is, as you know, in the incarnation of Veerabhadra, he just pulls out one strand of the hair from his matted hair, and that becomes the Veerabhadra who goes and actually disturbs the Daksha Yajna. So you may know that this entire episode of Daksha Yajna, Sati and so on and so forth is pre-Vedic. So this story is not more recent from the Puranas, but it is actually as ancient as the Veda itself. Namah Kapardinecha. In this interesting Anuvaka, you will see opposites coming together. So here he is Kapardine with a very fine shock of hair, locks of hair, and the next one is Vyuptakesha. Vyuptakesha means he is clean shaven. So Vyuptakesha is indicative of his being a sannyasi, because Paramahamsa sannyasis should always have their hair completely shaven. You can see in all the Dashanami, that is the 10 schools of the sannyasa established by Adi Shankara, all the Dashanami sannyasis will be clean shaven. They have to be clean shaven. You will see that even the Dayanand Saraswati tradition also, because Saraswati is one of the Dashanami tradition of Adi Shankara, they are also clean shaven. So he is Vyuptakesha. Vyupta means shaven. So you can use this word Vyupta to every part of your and then Vyuptakesha. And then actually Vyuptakesha refers to Brahma Vidya, because when a student was asked, you have to get rid of your ajnana, and then a counter question is asked, how much of ignorance I have? Then the Guru responds by saying, you have as much ignorance as many hairs you have got on your head. So therefore, how do you remove all the ignorance? In one stroke, because of knowing the Atman, the Brahma Vidya, the entire ajnana is gone. And that is why symbolically the sannyasis shave their head off. They also interpret by saying they are not supposed to look nice, handsome and all that, but that is secondary. Then the next is Namah Sahasrakshaya. Sahasra means not just 1,000. Sahasra means infinite. Aksha means eyes. One who has got infinite eyes. And also you know that gods do not blink. So the metaphor that gods do not blink and they have infinite eyes means they will be watching over the creation all the time, and nothing can escape the attention of Shiva. Namah Sahasrakshaya cha. The next is Girishaya cha. Girisha means, again, I think I have comment. Shatadhanmane. Shatadhanmane. Dhanus means bow. Shatadhanva means again innumerable. Because as I mentioned earlier, in our Shastra, whether you use the word Shata and Sahasra, it all means infinite. Unless you are doing arithmetic. Then Namo Girishaya cha. Of course, Lord of the mountains. And then Gira or Giri also, I said that it means Veda. So one who is the Lord of Veda. Shipi Vishta. Shipi means a ray of light. Actually it means a ray of the sun. Vishta also means Pravishta. That means one who has entered into the rays of the sun. So this is how every ray of the sun is representing the presence of Lord Shiva. We already saw in the first Janavaka, Utainam Gopa Adrashan Udaharyaha. This Surya is known by all even the cowherds and the women who go and bring water from the water body. And Shipi also means the Pashu or the sacrificial animal in the yajna. So the sacrificial animal is actually our ignorance. That has got to be sacrificed. We just saw in the Viraja Homa how we are asking for all our negativities to be cleansed. And that Pashu is the one that as Shipi Vishta, the Lord will remove. So how can I do the etymology of the word Shipi as the ray? Shi, the Sanskrit akshara, Shi means water. Pa means to drink. Pati, one who drinks. So Shi, water, one who drinks is Shipi. Incidentally, if you read the Vishnu Sahasranama, there also Vishnu is addressed as Shipivesha. So again, establishing that there is no difference between Shiva and Vishnu. Then Midhushtamaya. Midhushtamaya means one who showers abundantly. In fact, if you ask a little, he will give you a lot. Or in other words, he is also one who has got an overpowering energy. What is the most overpowering energy in the creation? Students of Vedanta would know that the most overpowering energy is that of Hiranyagarbha. Because in Hiranyagarbha, as Midushtama, he will be creating billions and billions and billions of not only living beings, but billions and billions and billions of universes, not just stars, but even universes. So you can imagine his overpowering creative ability. In one word, the sage calls him as Midhushtamaya. And Ishumate, again as we have seen earlier, with Ishu means arrows, with abundant arrows. Then Hrasvaya, one who can become and assume a very tiny size. And Vamanaya, one who is dwarf in size. So you know the Anima, the Ashtasiddhi. I think we talked about it last week. Anima, Mahima, Garima, Laghima, Tatha, Prapti, Prakamya. Have you studied Amarakosha? Prapti, you have studied Amarakosha? Yes. Yeah, okay. Prapti, Prakamya, Mishitvam, Vashitvam, Chashta Siddhaya. Amarakosha is a text called Namalinganushasana. It is a lexicographic text in Sanskrit. That is, Nama means all nouns. And then Linga means Strilinga, Pullinga, Napumsakalinga. Anushasana means methodology of knowing. So it is a lexicographic, beautiful lexicographic work. If you learn the Namalinga Anushasana Amarakosha, your vocabulary in Sanskrit will be extraordinary. Then, Hrasva philosophically refers to the size of the thumb. So, in what is known as the Dahara Vidya is a methodology of meditation where this in the Dahara Akasha means the deep space of your heart, you imagine Lord Shiva as a flame moving upwards, and the size of that flame is the size of your own thumb. So Angushtamatra Purushongashtancha Samashritaha. Elsewhere we are going to study that. In the Upanishad you will study that. So Angushta here, Hrasva here means it is your own Atma Jyoti. Then Vamana here also means one whose limbs are disproportionately small compared to the rest of the body. So can you think of a deity whose limbs are disproportionately small? Ganapati. Ganapati. Vamana is well balanced. He is only a dwarf, that's all. But it is Ganapati's hands and feet which are disproportionately small. So here Vamana also applies to Ganapati, and Shiva is also a Ganapati himself. Brihate. Brihate means grand, majestic. What do you mean by grand and majestic? Any entity that is not limited by Desha, Kala, and any other object in the creation. So even if you put the entire universe together into one mass, he is bigger than that. And therefore he is Brihate. How can we interpret this? Sahasra Shirsha Purushaha Atyatishthad Dashangulam. So when you look at the entire universe and then you look at him, he is Atyatishthad. He was bigger than the entire creation by Dashangulam. Again, Dasha is also infinite. He is infinitely bigger than the infinite universe itself. Therefore, he is Brihate. Varshiyase means one who has got excellent qualities. What are the excellent qualities? Here we have got to go for help to Sri Ramanujacharya, who says that the greatest powers is Satyakamaha, Satya Sankalpaha. Whatever he desires is truthful. Whatever he determines is truthful. And his power is Jnana Bala Aishwarya. And all these things together is Varshiyase. Vruddhaya, the most ancient. Samvruddhmane. Samvruddhmane means one who is praised by all the Shastras. So one who is praised by the scripture is Samvruddhmane. Agriyaya, one who is there before all. Prathamaya, the foremost. Ashave is a very interesting word. Ashave means who very quickly pervades everything. Can you remember the Vamanavatara, where in a flash this Vamana will become a Trivikrama, and therefore he is also, this refers to the Trivikramavatara, Ashave Mahavishnu. Then Ajira. Ajira is one who moves extremely fast. Next. Tadhavato jnanatyeti tasminnapo matadishva. Ishavasya Upanishad. Ishavasya Upanishad. When something is running, he runs faster than the fastest. Tadhavato, whoever is running, anyan, others, atyeti, he would have already surpassed. How? Tishtan, without moving. One without moving surpasses everybody else is Ajira. Shigriyaya, again, one who is in all fast moving things. Then Shibhyaya, in the rushing cascades of water. Now we come to another next element. From Agni, now we are coming up from, and Prithvi, we are now coming into water. Shibhyaya. Urmyaya. Urmyaya means, Urmi means waves. That's why we call it a Shadurmi. That means the 6 afflictions that we go through, that is the Shadvikaras, are also known as Shadurmis, because they come in waves. So he is in that momentum of all the waves, so he is Urmyaya. Avasvanya means he is very in quiet, noiseless waters also. So now we are looking at his eminence in the element of Apaha. Srotasya, in small streams. Srotati pravahe bhavati iti. Srotas, that's the Vigraha Vakya for that. Dvipa means island. Then, so when we consolidate all these, what is the summary? The summary is that Rudra displays 3 important powers. 3 important powers of stopping anything, that means nothing can surpass him. He will be able to keep everything under his control, in other words, to arrest it. And the third one is to charm and completely inspire your awe. Therefore, the word Rudra, etymology can be Rut, Rodhaka, Bandhaka, Mohika, Shaktivan, Rudraha is another etymology of the word Rudra. So we heard all these, a lot of explanations, isn't it? And here we have the great Pushpadanta, a Gandharva, who gave us an extraordinary hymn called the Shiva Mahimna Stotra. In the Shiva Mahimna Stotra, he looks at the entire Rudradhyaya and comes to this conclusion. Tvamarkastvam somastu Tvamasi pavanastvam hutavaha. Tvamapastvam vyoma tvamudharaniratma tvamiti cha. Parichinnam evam tvai parinata bibhrati giram. So, tvam arkaha tvam. You are the sun. Tvam somaha. You are the moon. Tvamasi pavanaha. You are the wind. Tvam hutavaha. You are the Agni. Tvam apaha. You are water. Tvam vyomaha. You are the space. Tvam dharanihi. You are the earth. Tvam atma. You are the very self, right? Like this, parichinnam. What the devotee is doing? Parichinnam means analyzing, segmenting, listing. Listing all these things, evam tvayi. This way, parinataha. Parinataha means those who know you. Those who are skilled. Bibhrati giram. So they use these words. Giram means words. So they use these words. You are the sun, you are the moon, you are this, you are that. But, na vidmaha. What is it? We don't know. Tat tvam vayam iha. Here, we do not know. Yat tvam nabhavasi. We do not know where you are not. So why talk so much analyzing and all that? Just say Sarvantaryami. So that conclusion, a very beautiful conclusion, Pushpadanta comes, and that will be a good commentary, Pushpadantas. So if you want to refer to that, it is Shiva Mahimna Stotra, verse number 26. So in that verse, you will get a summary of the Panchama Anuvaka. We'll continue next week. Shanti Mantra.